Well, to tell us his story, I am joined by a gentleman from Basildon who I had on my show. How long ago was it?
December 2021.
December 21. So we were actually doing it remotely, weren't we?
Through COVID.
Yeah, through COVID there. And you lost 11 stone in 14 months?
At the time, yeah, that's correct, yeah.
I'm talking to Matthew Riggs. And how did you do that?
I stayed, consistency is the main thing with anything, but how I did that was I joined a gym, started training, and also your food, it's got to be on check. You mean, the food is the biggest part of any transformation. So basically how I did it was everything was my meals. All my food was prepped in advance and stuck in the freezer. My wife's sick of these Tupperware tubs all over the place now, but it's worked for me. So basically it was a lot of protein, high proteins. I didn't cut out carbs, believe it or not. I still had my potatoes and rice and pasta,
right,
but just weighed out, rather than looking at it and go, oh, that looks all right.
Yeah.
I actually got the scales out and weighed out my potatoes and everything else.
So how much did you weigh when you started off this?
I weighed 27 stone 2 pounds when I started.
Whoa, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pretty big boy.
So how did you get to 27 stone?
Basically, takeaways I've got a lot to answer for.
Yeah.
And also alcohol, rum and Coke. But it was a case of, I think, I was drinking a bottle of rum a day, and I was eating around 3 takeaways a day.
No,
plus,
it must have cost you a fortune.
Yeah, plus my wife would cook dinner, and I would eat that as well. So it wasn't great.
What actually stopped you? What brought you up to say, I've got to do something about this?
Okay, yeah, so it was my 7-year-old son at the time. He came home from school and he said to me, he asked me, he said, Dad, are you going to die? And it broke my heart, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I looked at him and I was like, why is Daddy going to die? And he'd been learning about the body at school and everything else. And he just said, you're going to have a heart attack. You're fat, you're going to have a heart attack. And it broke me. So I looked at him, made a promise to him. I said, look, that's not going to happen. Daddy's going to get big and it's strong. And I actually joined the gym on the following week. I went to joined the gym. I was on YouTube looking at workouts and what I could do, because I never had a coach or a trainer through this whole period. It was all done myself. And I just got in my head what I was going to do, got into the gym. I don't know, it's just like a light switch moment. It's as if you could, yeah.
But it does, because my problem at the moment, it's like therapy session, isn't it? My problem, doctor, at the moment is that I've got no self-control. The dark nights and it's cold and I go home and I think, I fancy a drink, so I'll have a beer, and I'll think, I'll have a pork pie. And they're the killers. The number of pork pies I eat.
Yeah, that's easily done, I mean, you think you got that little voice in your head saying, one of them saying, one saying, don't, leave it. The other one saying, no, just one will be all right.
Yeah,
one more, you'll be fine. But it's all about a bit of self-control and stuff like that. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to, as I say, I keep saying it's consistency with your food and your eating and making sure you're logging everything you're eating and drinking,
Am I right in saying that you lost the 11 stone when we talked, and you've lost three more stones since then?
Yeah, since then, yeah. And I've actually been on stage as well when I did a body transformation show in Margate in Kent and won first place body transformation. So
it's like before and after?
Yeah, they show a before picture of you on the stage and then you come out on stage and as you are now.
Have you got a picture of yourself before with you on your phone?
Yeah.
Can I have a look?
Yeah, I've got it for you.
Hang on, let's have a quick look. I know you can't see this at home, but I mean, we could possibly put it on our social media, couldn't we? Yeah, we'll try and do that in a minute, just finding these pictures. Wow. Okay. Wow. Could you describe yourself? I'm not going to.
What, before?
Yeah.
Very, very obese. I was very large.
And you're wearing swimming trunks?
Yeah, I mean, lots of stomach. It wasn't good for me at all. My back was aching, my knees were hurting.
I'm not surprised.
I was in trouble, basically.
So, all right, let's get positive about this, because a lot of people will be overindulging over Christmas, won't they?
Yeah.
And I mean, what do we do about that? Do we just roll with it and think, oh, we'll do it in January? Because I always get annoyed in January because everybody's telling me to lose weight. And I'm saying, no, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
You know, what do we do?
The thing is, you've got to do it when you're ready to do it, because I've tried before, hundreds of times before, and I don't know, if someone's telling me you've got to do this, you're more likely to say, well, no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You have to be positive about it and do it when you're ready to do these sort of thing. I mean, my take on Christmas is, you know, what you do over Christmas ain't really going to impact that much. I mean, those couple of days, if long as after Christmas, like once you've had those couple of days of blowing out and getting on with the food and everything else, that you get back onto your diet or back onto your eating healthily, you ain't really going to make much difference to the, you know.
Yeah.
It's that one time a year where, I mean, I know for the fact I've worked hard all year with training and whatnot. I'm certainly at Christmas, I'm going to enjoy myself Christmas Day and you know, have a good time.
Let rip a bit.
Yeah, because I know that I'll get straight back on the horse and carry on from where I left off.
So what's your routine of the day? I mean, do you go to the gym every day? Or?
At the moment, I do.
Yeah.
I still do. I think it became part of way of life. It became sort of something discipline is a good word. I've become very disciplined with my routine. So I go to the gym. I do a certain routine on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I work like cardio and I work muscle groups, and then Thursday I'll just do cardio on its own.
Right.
Friday I'll do, you know.
And how long do you spend there?
About an hour.
About an hour, right.
And then on a Thursday and a Sunday I'll just do cardio only for like 45 minutes.
Okay.
And that'd be it. But
yeah, and what about food? I mean, you say you've got to be really tough with the food.
yeah, well, with the food, I sort of have like a lot of in the morning breakfast is like oats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I have like for lunch, it's always turkey, meatballs, and potatoes.
So you do have lunch every day?
Yeah, every day I have lunch. I eat more now much probably than I did before, but the right food. I eat about 7 times. People at work say to me I'm always eating. I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, in my office, my colleagues love a biscuit, but I mean, and then I'll have an apple. But it's just, you know what I mean? So it's that sort of...
Because the biscuits are a killer as well,
yeah,
aren't
that's
they?
it. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they'd love a biscuit in my office. I tell you, I know. But yeah, so I steer clear of those, and I'm having apples, or I've got rice crackers, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my meals would be oats in the morning. Then I have like turkey and whatnot, and a yogurt, like a protein yogurt, and always have pineapple. Bit of fruit is good for the digestion.
Yep.
The pineapple, and then I'll have my dinner. I'll have oats again before the gym. Sorry, pre-workout. Then I'll have home and have my dinner, and then I have a post-workout meal. Or have something after I've trained, but it's all protein and like chicken or that sort of stuff. But yeah.
And so your dinner in the evening is what, like chicken and vegetables, is it?
Yeah, chicken, veg, and maybe it'd be pasta or it'd be rice, but it'd be weighed out. It'd be like not like a massive heap of. They're not massive meals, but they're,
right.
You know.
So are you going to stop losing weight now? Because quite honestly, there's not a lot of you left, is there?
Yeah, no,
to
that's
be
it.
frank.
I've stopped losing weight now, and I'm just trying to get a bit of shape. Yeah, which I've been working on over the last. Yeah.
Oh, I've given up with shape. At my age, shape doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. So, but what, you're just building up muscles?
Yeah, just trying to build muscle now, basically, and I'm enjoying the gym. So you know, and it's a very positive impact.
How's it changed your life?
Well, it's made a massive difference for my life. As in my clothes, I can go and buy clothes from a normal shop. Say normal shop, I was ordering them online. I'd have to go to the bigger stores for clothes. Nothing would fit me. I couldn't go and get something off the peg. Now I can get clothes from everywhere. My wife's always telling me stop ordering clothes. There's clothes turned up in 5 minutes. So that sort of thing. Yeah. Energy-wise, I've got loads more energy with the kids as well. It's a massive impact on the kids. They're seeing the positive side of dad becoming healthy. Yeah. The kids they love it, and it's just all round better for the family. Before I was falling asleep, I was tired, I was sluggish, I had an excuse for everything. And yeah, it's made me a better person. Man. I'm a new man, yeah. And my wife would say the same, to be fair. So, see, she sees me totally different. Obviously, I before was always asleep, and now she's like, well, you know, I even emptied the dishwasher the other day, Dave. I mean, things are getting good.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's great to see you actually in the flesh, so to speak.
It's lovely to come in.
Really good to see you, and congratulations on the weight loss. But you are going to stop now. How are you going to stop? Because you don't. How are you going to slow down?
Well, basically, obviously, when I'm trying to build the muscle, I've sort of found my maintenance calories now, so right. I know what I need to eat to stay the same. And obviously, I want to build a bit of muscle, so I need to eat a little bit more calories, and I'll work those out, how I'm going to do that, and then obviously we'll go from there. So it's a good journey. I mean, obviously, my journey, if anyone wants to follow my journeys on Instagram, Mr. Riggs1 on Instagram. Check me out. I follow always motivational, positive stuff on there. Mr. Riggs1 on Instagram. So check me out, and I do try and inspire everyone.
And you do, you certainly do. Matthew, thank you very much indeed. Matthew Riggs from Basildon there, and all that weight loss. Come on, you tell me, how did you do it? When you lost your weight, I would love to hear from you. Matthew, thank you, and have a great Christmas, won't you?
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Thank
really you. Good to see you once again, as I say, in the flesh, because last time it was COVID. And we were just actually saying to one another that it seems like COVID never happened now, doesn't it? Anyway, look, let's have a look at the travel, because it was a bit of a nightmare out there earlier on.